Okay, great. We are live. Let me just recheck everything. Mm, hello, sound check. Hello. Okay, great. Everything is going great. Let me check the quality. Nice. Okay, so we are live here. Let's go to the chart. Okay, so this is Hamza from FCS, and this is our live stream in which we would be looking on the analysis, on the trade setup, trade signals, these kind of things in the stream. So these are one of our first streams here. So let's start our conversation by looking on some of the charts. First of all, let me just here we have our mic. Okay, great. I'm gonna clean our chart here, and what I'm gonna do is go to the daily time frame and see what's going on here on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, we can see market is clearly making lower lows and lower highs. As we can see from this chart, that market has created this low. We have this high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and lower high. So market is basically continuously making lower lows and lower highs. So let me just how do we delete this? Okay, delete all the drawings. Okay, great. So market is making lower lows and lower highs. So now let's mark up the market structure. So market actually break its structure toward the downside direction here. So we have our first break of structure toward the bearish side here. So we have this our first break of structure here. Let me just make a mic a little bit more closer. I think this is good. So we have our first break of structure here. Then market created a low and a lower high. So we have another break of structure right here. So market created another break of structure. Let me just write it here. So break of structure. This should be red, and I'm gonna save this as bearish break of structure, so that every time we do it should be in our template. So we have market creating a lower low again. So we have another break of structure here toward the downside direction. So let's make it a break of structure. So market is basically making lower lows and lower highs. Very recently market has created this low, and we are basically in a corrective mode after this lower low. So we are basically in a correction. Now also we can see that there is this bearish channel. If we mark up these basically lows and these highs and lows, so we can see, let me just adjust this right here by connecting these wicks. So when we connect these wicks, okay, and we can now adjust this one right here, and we can basically adjust this as well a little bit more closer. Okay, there we go. So that is our bearish channel. You can see inside this channel market is creating lower lows and lower highs. Now inside this market is basically creating supply areas and testing these supply zones. So we have this supply area, market tested this supply zone, made a lower low. Then market actually created this supply zone right here, tested this supply zone and pushed lower. So we are in a clear downtrend overall in this daily time frame. Now if we go on the weekly time frame for a longer term outlook, and if we apply our Fibonacci from this low to this high right here, we can see that we are currently sitting around 70% retracement of the Fibonacci from this leg. This is basically an optimal retracement area for the gold, and we can see that market is basically consolidating around this area. So this is a very important key level support around which market is moving. That means price is likely to move higher from this area. Okay, keeping this in our mind, let's go to the lower degree. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see what is going on here. So on the 4-hour time frame, what we can notice is that, let me just make the chart a little bit smaller, and we can see that here market was moving lower, and very recently, let's mark the structure, what's going on according to the structure. So market is basically, we created this low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and another lower low. So market was basically creating lower lows and lower highs. And keeping this in our mind, we can also use Elliott wave cycle. So we can see that market created its first moved up, lower, correction, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, and we have our fifth wave. So market was basically making lower lows and lower highs here. And let me, okay, now I think the audio should be much more better. Okay, great, because it was shooting up in the high frequency range. Okay, there we go. So market is basically making lower lows and lower highs, and we have our this basically a 5-wave Elliott wave correction. Okay, that's one thing that we need to keep in our mind basically. Now this is again, this blue line is that the bigger Fibonacci level. Remember that we marked up on the weekly time frame. When you go on the weekly time frame, we can see that this is basically the 70% retracement level of Fibonacci here, so around which market is currently moving around. Now let me basically just get rid of okay, great. Yeah, never mind. So we are basically here sitting around the 70% retracement area. Give me a second. I have to mark this right here. Okay, there we go. And there we go. There we go. So we are sitting around this 70% retracement area, and we can see how the market is reacting to this level of support. That's one thing. Okay. Now, if we mark the structure here, in the very recent scenario, we can see that here market created this high, a lower low, and then market created a higher high. So that means we have our bullish break of structure here. So this should be blue and break of structure. We have our bullish break of structure. So I'm gonna now save this template as well. So we have our bullish break of structure. There we go. So we have this bullish break of structure, and then we have this bullish break of structure as well. Okay, so we have bullish break of structure, and market is basically making higher highs and higher lows here. Okay, so keeping this in our mind, now we can see if we apply Fibonacci from this low to this high, where we are right now, we tested 70% retracement here again. So for the short term, I think price is likely to go a little bit higher here. Okay, now if we basically mark this area right here, this is also kind of a bearish break of structure area. Okay, so what does that mean? So if we summarize overall conversation, we can see overall we are in downtrend. Okay, and in the very recent history, market has shifted structure to the downside direction. Now we are more likely to go lower technically. Okay, so now what are the areas that we should pay attention to for our selling opportunity? This area right here, this is our selling zone. Okay, that means if the price go higher to this area, we would be looking to sell gold, and this would be our target around this area. Okay, this is our selling opportunity, and if we mark this area, this is our key level of support. This is going to be our buying area. This is support zone, and we would be looking to buy around this area. Sorry, we would be looking to buy around this area of support. This is our supply zone for selling opportunity, and this would be our buying area. Now if we go to the lower degree, now these are basically for the higher degree. Now for the very short term, for the 1 hour time frame, let's see what is going on here. Okay, so as we can see, market has basically moved inside this imbalance area. So this is a imbalance. Let me just adjust this right here. Okay, there we go. This is basically an imbalance zone. This is an imbalance, and we can see how market tested this imbalance, and now it's pushing higher from this area of imbalance. Okay, so if the market is pushing higher from this area of imbalance, just give me a second. I need to close some apps because we are getting notifications. Get this. Okay, there we go. Okay, great. So market has tested this imbalance, and now we are pushing higher. Now what are the key levels of reversal to the downside? Again, this is the key level of resistance on which we would be looking to sell. And for the buying opportunities, this was imbalanced, and this has already been balanced. So the areas below that is basically this area. That is going to be our support or buying zone. That is going to be the buying area or support area for us. That means now what is the trade plan right now? Trade plan is on the lower degree. Let's see what's going on the lower degree. Okay, it's pretty much downtrend here on the lower degree, lower lows and lower highs here. This supply zone already mitigated this. Okay, great. Okay, good. So we have our first resistance area right here. This is a resistance zone, structural resistance area. So if the market come to this area, a downside movement from this level would be expected, something like this from this area, okay, toward this zone. On the other hand, if we break higher from this area, if we make a breakout, then we are most likely to continue moving higher to this area and then go lower. So this is going to be our key level of resistance. And on the lower degree, if we go on the 1 hour time frame, okay, so that's 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, this is going to be our support area on which we would be looking to buy, and this is going to be our selling area. And long term, for the long term, we are bearish here on the gold. Okay, so that's what we are looking right now on the gold. Again, let me just recheck on the okay. Okay, there we go. And now let's move forward toward the other basically other pairs. So what I'm gonna do is, first of all, let's start from GBPJPY. Let's start from GBPJPY. This is a clean chart of GBPJPY. Let me have a look on daily time frame first of all. Okay. So on the daily time frame, market structure is bullish on the daily time frame because we can see previously market was making lower lows and lower highs right here. Okay, So market was making these lower lows and lower highs. Then what happened was that market actually make a break of structure toward the upside direction. So we have this bullish break of structure right here. Market created this high. So after that, so market created this high, low, and a higher high right here. That means we have a bullish break of structure right here as well. So we have our bullish break of structure right here, and now this is the level of resistance around which market is going. So this is a buy side liquidity area right now. Now one more thing that we can see right here is that we have this key level of support to the upside. So let's mark this up. This is the key level of support. There we go. So market tested this area and we are moving higher. So daily is bullish. Overall, we are clearly bullish. And this was the supply zone that already got mitigated. So that's okay. Now let's have a look on 4-hour time frame and see what's going on here on the 4-hour time frame. I'm gonna have to see. Okay, great. Do we made a higher high? Do we? Let's see. Because when the market created this high right here, not yet, we haven't. So this is basically an example of a double top right here. So short-term downside is expected. Now we have this order block right here on the GBPJPY. That means if market come to lower toward this area, we would be expecting a upside movement on the GBP odd 4-hour time frame. Okay, and if we look on the 2-hour time frame, we can adjust this right here, and even on the 1-hour time frame, we can adjust this area. So that's our basically buying zone. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is basically make a Fibonacci from this low to this high. So 61.8 is here is 61.8 and this. Okay, this is our trigger area. This is going to be our buying zone because we can notice is that we have this bullish break of structure as well. So we have this bullish break of structure, higher high. Now we are consolidating. 15-minute chart. Let's have a look on 15-minute chart. See what's going on here on the 15-minute. Okay, there we go. We have this order block right here. Okay. Yeah, short-term upside is expected, but I would be interested in buying GBP odd right around this area. So that is going to be my that is going to be my concern here on the GBP odd. Yeah. Let me just check. The sound. Give me a second. Hello. Somehow there are two voices going in the stream. Let me just fix this. Let me see now. There are two voices going in the stream. Let me just fix this. Let me see now. There are two voices. Uh, Going in. Okay, I think it's better now. It's better now. Because there was a setting. Okay, great. Now sound is good, everything is good. Now let's go back to our previous conversation. So that's what we are looking right now on the GBPJPY. Let's buy the GBPJPY from this area. Great. With that being said, let's have a look on some other okay, Euro USD. Interesting. Euro USD is basically approaching a very important level right here. Now let's talk about the technicals of Euro USD. What's happening here on the Euro USD chart? Let's talk about that. Starting from the daily time frame. Okay, so on the daily time frame, we can notice that we are in downtrend overall, and market tested this area. Now we are moving lower. Okay, now let me just Euro USD chart. Let me remove everything here and tell you what's going on here. So when we apply Fibonacci from this area to this area, we can see that market has basically moved lower from this zone. Okay, 70%, 61, 70% retracement area. Okay, now after that, if we apply Fibonacci from this area to this area, we can see that it retraces towards the 79% and pushing higher. So this is basically known as, now in the last, let's apply Fibonacci expansion tool. So we have our ABCD completed right here. So this is the pattern that has been forming on the Euro USD chart. Okay, this is Euro USD chart, and now what we are expecting the market to move lower from this area. Okay, again, so what we are saying right now is that Euro USD has created a bearish Gartley pattern XABCD from this area, and now we are more likely to go lower towards this area in the incoming days. Technically, that's what we are seeing right now. And also, if we see the overall trend, we can see that we have a bearish channel right here, from which market has made a fake out, and now we are moving inside again. So that's also a bearish thing for the Euro USD. So yeah, so that's what we are looking right now on the Euro USD. So Euro USD has completed its Gartley pattern right here. It's pushing lower. It has made a kind of a fake out from this bearish channel, and technically, as the Federal Reserve is increasing interest rates, this is very bearish for the economies that are against the euro. So against the dollar. So that's what we are looking right now on the Euro USD. For the shorter term, if we look on the 2 hour and 4 hour time frame, right here, we can notice. Now let's go back to the previous chart of Euro USD, which is right here. So we are basically looking to buy Euro USD around this area. That's what we are looking right now on the Euro USD. Okay, so let's pay our attention to this zone, and we would be looking for a upside movement on the Euro USD. That's what we are looking right now. With before going, let me just also apply Fibonacci. Okay, great. So on the Fibonacci, we have 61.8 right here as well. So that is going to be a very important area for the Euro USD. Okay, so with that being said, let me just again look. Okay, we have 26 minutes of stream today, so we gonna wrap the stream right here, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, this is Hamza from FCS Trading signing off.